Hello, my beautiful fire signs. It's Lulu, and welcome to House Radio. Thank you. This is going to be an energy read for the fiery ones, the high-spirited ones, the passionate ones, the charismatic ones. Okay. Now then, please keep in mind that you can listen to all of the energy reads, all of the zodiac sign reads, all of those, because you never know what it is that you may be able to utilize for your Ashe toolbox for yourself as well as others. Let's get into it. What do you have here? Oh, and thank you again for your patronage. What do you have here for my beautiful fire signs? What is the overview? Authority. Okay. Talk to them. All right. So you have the authority card. Okay. It's a number 10. All right. So that's a 1 moving into a 0. So this is a new beginning for you when it comes to what authority means to you, speaking in authority, standing in authority, doing things from an authoritative perspective, or what have you. But it says the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. I really like it. All right. So what I'm getting with that before we move any further is that maybe some of you have been in a space where you allowed you handed your power over to someone knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously here on some plane, dimension, or just some level. Okay, some plane, dimension, or realm. Maybe your authority was handed over and you had no idea, so you had to reclaim your power, reclaim the essence of who you are, but also just realizing what it is that you can do in a more loving way, but also be very direct about it. Okay, stand in your true authority, right? That's why leaders lead, don't it? All right, let's see here. So something came to your realization on why it happened. It had to happen. Okay? Ooh, child. Ooh, it had to happen, fire signs. What information do you have? I'm going to pull a moon. I'm pulling from my moon chakra deck. What do you have for these fire signs? Thank you. Moon in Virgo and the new moon. So you got the moon in Virgo. The new moon is the time is right for seeking new opportunities. Moon in Virgo says issues surrounding health and exercise may come to the fore. Focus on your physical well-being. Focus on your physical well-being. Focus on your physical well-being. Some of you may have had some type of issue when it comes to standing in your authority that you probably did get physically sick because of some type of, like, for instance, if you were going through something where you had to continuously bite your tongue about a situation, it causes tension in the body, it causes tension in the mind. It makes you feel more aggressive, even though you're not allowing yourself to be, but you you didn't necessarily allow things to unfold and really sit down and do your emotional to-do list. And so you went into this space where you were just like, but people didn't see that, right? Because you had to do things a certain way. You had to respond a certain way or what have you, right? So you embodied some of that and it got stuck in your body in some kind of way. But your physical well-being is very important. So maybe you need to just start exercising again, get your lab results, figure out the spiritual meaning of whatever it is that ailed you or conflicted you here. And remember, everything can be connected to your lineage. So like if you have issue with a person, it may be connected and it gets in your body. So let's say you have something wrong with your elbow. I'm just going to throw something at her. You have an issue with your elbow. And you realize the spiritual meaning of that, but it also connects back to possibly some type of childhood trauma or something that you've been dealing with since childhood. And it has to do with how it's being brought to your awareness now. And how do you work on that? How do you heal that? How do you fix that? Right? All right, let's get into it. All right, now let's go into the Osho deck. What do you have here for these beautiful fiery people? Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, they company, and all the miser, 4 of Pentacles basically, but it's the miser. Maybe you've had issues with your back or the shoulder area, whatever it is, right? Some of you may have been in a space where you pulled back your energy and set certain boundaries with people because you didn't know how to stand in your authority in a way that would protect you and your possessions. protect you and your children. How to just close off. Maybe you went into this closed off space, right? And you're not in your authority if you have to like completely close off and shut down. That means that you think that everyone is the same and every situation is going to be the same, and just pushing yourself into an idle space energetically of not allowing any type of assistance to come through, not allowing yourself to grow, not allowing yourself to be directed by the divine, not allowing yourself to be powerful, naturally powerful. So you may have pulled back with that Four of Pentacles, which is the miser. You just got, maybe you went into a space where you just, realized that I'm just going to keep all my time, effort, and attention to my motherfucking self. I won't tell y'all shit. I won't help y'all with shit. I won't do this, that, or the other. Like, it's something. What do you have for these fire signs, honey? Flowering, becoming. This flowering card can be the Empress card, but it's about you going into a space of nothingness and allowing yourself to really get in tune with what your desires are at this time. You to get in tune with, there may be different postures that you've gotten into, different ways to contort your viewpoints on certain things in order to shift. It's like changing your history, right? The way that you perceive things, or the way that you are allowing yourself to be in this space, has a lot to do with contortion for some reason. Yeah, you may have even gotten into a space where you're more receptive than usual. So this is strong feminine energy instead of being in that masculine energy that was tricked by some feminine energy. If that makes sense. It doesn't have to be people. It could be just your energy tricked that on itself, right? You were moving more into a more balanced space, and instead of allowing your feminine to feel for you, allowing the feminine to be receptive, allowing the feminine to receive that inner guidance, and the masculine to move on it, maybe you went into a space where you thought you were doing something with the feminine, going into hermit mode, your cave space, and not realizing that it's important that the feminine doesn't begin to be isn't masked by the masculine energy. Because that wouldn't allow the feminine to be great, right? If that makes sense, honey. Now then, give me another card for these fire signs, please, and thank you. Suppression, bitch. Somebody trying to suppress your flowering. Maybe it's because of some type of breakthrough that's about to come, and they know it, they see it. This is you mastering breakthroughs overall. Ooh, y'all the master of breakthrough. Some of you will be sharing a lot of information, a lot of wisdom on the World Wide Web. There may even be someone that you meet on the web that you had not consciously paid attention to, consciously given any time to, but you realize y'all are from the same soul tribe. I also feel that there's a new way of viewing source, a new way of viewing the creator, a new way of connecting to the morality of being a free spirit in a very orthodox world. There's some type of balance and harmony that is coming to you, through you, by way of spiritual forces. But with that suppression card, I feel as though this is going to be the completion of that. You don't have to worry about any, and that's a 10 as well. You don't have to worry about any of those same burdens or responsibilities that kept you in a space of guilt, torment, feeling as though people are inconsiderate, feeling as though, you can't be as courageous and stand on your 10 the way that you need to in order for you to move forward. It could have a lot to do with things that bog or blind other people. Things that can blind you can come from the mental aspect, right? Blinded, too blind to see, right? They say ignorance is bliss, though. Kind of is, because once you know shit, it's hard for you to find other people that know just as much or can. Iron sharpens iron in a way that isn't competitive or belittling. It's just a lot. Whatever. I ain't complaining. Now, let's go ahead and start clarifying. What is this miser card? Some of you may even feel as though your appearance is different, or the person that you had to pull away from, their appearance is different. What is this miser card? The 6 of Wands. This may have something to do with you being triumphant over your self-esteem. This may have something to do with your self-esteem. This may have something to do with you having a burst of energy, and people are very receptive to it. They're receptive to your leadership. They're receptive to your flow of things. They're receptive to how you honor what it is that you do and how you do it. I feel like a lot of apologies may be coming about. I also feel like you will be amazed at who is really interested in you or involved in some of the same causes or energy as you. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. Something that's destined to happen that has to do with your creativity, the way that you love, self-care. But overall, with that Ace of Cups, this is a breakthrough that has to come through in this time. They couldn't allow you to continue the way that you were because there's new opportunities available to you. Clarify this Six of Wands. After some trying times, you made it, but this is the end of the road. Nine of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. There's still work that needs to be done. How it will be done has a lot to do with where you are in this space. They say here that it's important to keep your resources in reserve, but also know that any trouble that may surround you that you're not telling people, you're not putting on public display. Because remember, there's something here that the people around you, people in your community or what have you are saying thank you for or celebrating, right? Your ancestors are celebrating, but overall there's still work to be done. There's still work to be done. There's still things that need to be done before you reach the end of a struggle, end of a trying time. You're gonna have to stay focused. You're going to have to work on making sure that everything is accurate, paying paying attention to detail. Knight of Coins, right? Taking your time before making offers, receiving offers, accepting offers. Here, when you are in hermit mode, you want to be mindful of anyone who comes and tries to kick you out of hermit mode. In hermit mode, that energy, right? Those things, they know that in hermit mode, you are going to receive a lot of guidance, information, meditative contemplation, right? You're going to receive a lot of information. So that Knight of Swords coming up behind that Hermit card is telling me that strength and power stands with you, alongside you, within you, all around you. Yeah, somebody's making a romantic offer or some kind of romantic gesture here. But overall, what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be some type of upgrade in your profession. So with this Eight of Pentacles, it may be that the hard work that you've done is paying off. And what's happening is you learned a new trade. Implementing something that you've learned, and your job is seeing this. But you want to be very cautious with your spending at this time. This will be a good time for you to take some long walks. This will be a good time for you to just get that energy moving, allowing it to continue to flow. A lot of answers to questions you didn't know you had are going to begin to come in. What is this flowering? Queen of Swords. This is you balancing out your emotions, balancing out what it is that you've gone through and realizing that it does not make you who you are. This is you looking different, feeling different, doing things different. But also with the Queen of Swords is someone who's been through a lot. She's very intelligent. She knows a lot of information, knows a lot of things. She's very direct with what it is that she wants, how she wants. She's an authority figure, right? But overall, she has natural abilities that those may be coming out with you. I feel like you're going to receive a lot of messages here. A lot of people may be hitting on you, but overall there's something about things falling into place for you in a space where you will have some sense of fulfillment on where you stand now in this space. What is this suppression card? So y'all's then turned into a love reading, because most of them today turned into a love reading. What is this? What is the energy surrounding this Ten of Wands? Justice. Justice is about to happen. This is, yep. Something may have been offered to you. Maybe you drunk something, took some pill. I don't know. Something may have been offered to you. Something was done that distorted your ability to concentrate. Something was offered to you or placed in front of you that thought that you had opportunities that were not real. That was part of that suppression. But with this Justice card, it's like the law of cause and effect. So whatever was done to you will be done to the people who did whatever it is they did to you. There's no escaping that. But overall, I feel as though something may have been worrying you to the point where it was causing you some physical issues, and it's going to be resolved, whatever that health issue is. Some of you, whatever this is with this health issue that's going on, it may be an attachment that you don't know about. All attachments aren't extremely horrible because it depends on how long you've been feeding it or how strong it is. It's the equivalent of you have entities or people who have crossed. We'll put that like that, because the entities is something different. But you have people who have crossed, who become very strong in being able to move stuff in this physical world. They mastered that shit, right? So it's the equivalent of if you have some type of attachment and whatever it is, it hasn't sat on you or within you long enough for it to become strong and take over fully. So whatever that is that's been trying to bind you or keep you held back, it's about justice about to be served. It may be a King of Pentacles trying to keep you bound and limited, or keep you in a space that's stuck, distracted, and distorted. But I feel like with this Temperance card, you're about to see something, because you got to remember, every time something comes in to try to stop you or move you into a space where you can't grow, you can't be your greatest you, what happens is it may have been legally allowed, right? In the spiritual realm, there are legalities. So it may have been legally allowed because you weren't listening to something, you weren't seeing something, you were going into a direction or moving along your journey where they need you to get back on track when it comes to what you came to do. So that goes in, falls into alignment of all of these barriers here. Yep, the Temperance and the Hangman. So I feel as though something is being pulled out of your life, and you're going to know exactly why it's being pulled out of your life once you really balance things out and work with yourself. Yep, someone may be, this King of Pentacles may be going into a space, because they got the Ten of Swords with them. So there may be someone who is who has been going back and forth. Maybe this is someone who juggled you or you juggled them. And this is someone who wanted to be a free spirit, but they got the Ten of Swords. So with that Ten of Swords, I'm seeing here, they may be more free than they want it to be. Okay? Because Ten of Swords is not, Ten of Swords is a very strong card, especially when it comes to if someone has done something to other people. Something can happen out of nowhere that cut their legs right from under them. All right. What is this Justice card? It will be revealed. I feel as though whatever this is that you've been going through, whatever it is that shut you down or pushed you into a space of deep contemplation and just feeling as though, okay, let me step back out and be as strong as I know I am in this space. This Moon card has a lot to do with your personal faith and ethics. It has a lot to do with the way that people, the way that you view things. You may pick up a lot of intuitive things for people who in your family when they are in danger or what have you. And I think that you may have been suppressed by this for a long time because they may not have agreed with how you tell them something, right? You have people who don't believe in what we believe in over here, don't see things the way that we see things over here, and that's okay. But I just really feel like some type of light is being shown on some dark shit. Someone in your family may have schizophrenic paranoia. They may have schizophrenic paranoia. There is a spiritual meaning for it, but if it's way out of hand, I would recommend, I ain't recommend nothing. Now, yeah, something is being revealed. People are realizing they shouldn't have shut you out, shut you down, or tried to stop you. People are seeing the truth in a certain situation. Whoever it is that was trying to cause you more burdens, more responsibility, or what have you, something is coming out about this. Now they got anxiety. Now they're in a space that their security is at risk. They tried to put you at risk with your security. Now theirs is at risk. Yep, the High Priestess and the Magician. You are very strong in what it is that you do and how you do it, but now it's time for you to step into your authority. There's some type of secrets that has to do surrounding a home. There may even be something with a child. There may be something here that has to do with the internal organs of the trunk here. Or you may even find out why somebody wears a hat all the time. You're going to see. All right. But overall, any type of deception, all of that is coming to a head. Yep. 5 of Wands in the Sun card. People fighting over your position, fighting over your life, fighting over being better than you. People are in competition with themselves. Whoever it was that tried to damn your life, now they're in competition with one another. Yep. May even be some type of fight over a child or a job or a project. Someone trying to steal another person's coin or body. So be mindful of when you tell, before you even get too close to people to where you are ready to ride in the car with them. Y'all been dating or whatever. Y'all went on a few dates. And now you're going to ride in the car with them or what have you. What I want to say about that is you need to be very mindful of the other things that are going on so that you will know what the triggers are to know if you should ride with this person. Because I just heard no means no. So some people don't understand no means no. Like that girl that got caught up with them dudes. It happens all the time. It don't happen just to select people. This shit happens all the time, because you got to remember the animalistic side, the carnal side of man is very interesting, right? Because what happens is they can sometimes really, like, if they don't grow up and don't have role models and people to tell them how to discipline themselves, how to take control of their sexual urges, which has more to do with them needing to release pressure because they don't have a lot going on in their life. So of course they'll, some of them got fetishes or what have you, some of them was touched, whatever. But when it comes to no meaning no, and then people making up this excuse where the one girl got in the car with them. She was drunk as shit though. She got in the car with a group of dudes. They raped her and then dropped her off somewhere where she ended up getting hit by a car and dying, right? So what happens is the lawyers would think that she consented to them having sex with her. Number one, she drunk as shit. How is she consenting to having sex with all three of y'all? Like, really? Come on. So I heard no means no. So let that be something that you think through. Let's say it like that.